How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. Today we have another 4v4 on another awesome map with another video with Kingston not being able to pronounce names, because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. I'm going to get two of these probably. We have Bellegarde, Konstantin. He's a Russian, Austrian core. And Heinrich, I'm just going to say his first name. So, this is, like I said, a core battle. Now, Konstantin, for those of you who do not know, it's more of a heavy elite core, so it's very small. They bring a lot of guard infantry, not a lot of it, but they bring a couple units of it. And then, of course, the heavier cav, really good cav, so they are going to be super crucial in backing up their ally. You, of course, have Austria bring in the large amounts of infantry, their cav, cannon, and then you have the Austrian-Russian. Oh man, I almost want to say it's like Budavin or something like that. But I've played this core before. It's a lot of fun. They have some really good units of Russian and Austrian troops. So as you can see, they all start together. They of course are going to be taking on, looming in the distance. And they all started right here. You have the Grand Army, you have Murat, so we're going to have a lot of heavy cav. You're going to have Ney, which is going to be some infantry. You have Lanz and Soult. So Soult brings all infantry for the most part. Murat brings basically all cav. And Lanz and Ney just kind of can bring some well-balanced troops. So this will be an epic battle, guys. I'm really excited to see this. One play out. As you can see, the terrain, we can kind of get a look-see on the mini-map as well. Well, let's get in a little closer. So we have pretty balanced field of play. We have a village of Aspern over here on the left. Over here on the right, you have, what is this? Esling. And they are already, oh gosh, what did I do? They are already passing the other small town right here. And the French, well, they have a nice area they're kind of pushing out. They have two roads they can take. They got roads in between those roads and more roads in between those roads. They, of course, probably don't see a whole lot of the enemy yet, but they are making their way over, sending their cav as well. And like I said, guys, this will be awesome. Really looking forward to this. So we're gonna mosey ahead when things actually start. Alright guys, so the cav are all starting to get pretty close. We have some Kazaki lancers from Russia moving up, as well as some Russian cav. You can see we have the guard cav, some heavier cav being backed up by the lighter cav. Here's the heavier stuff. The heavier stuff in life. So they're all massing up. France is going to have a tough time going up against Russia. If Russia is played right, they will do an excellent job. Of course, you have Dragoons. Murat is right here. He is going to be bringing Dragoons, Chasseur Cheval. Haven't seen any of their heavy cav yet, though. So that, excuse me, that is something you will have to watch out for when you're playing against someone like France. You need to watch out because their cuirassiers can come out of nowhere. Now also you want to watch out, as these lancers are best for flanking. Not taking enemy head on, they will break instantly. And actually France is getting really close here. They're probably going to charge in with their Chasseur Cheval. Here are the cuirassiers, whatever it is. So I think, yep, at this point if they charge... Oh no, they are going to go in for it, guys. They are going to charge at the same time they're charging over here. Lancers hitting these Chasseur Cheval over here. We got these guard, and here are the heavy guard, a massive unit of cav going into the thick of it. And here we go. Look at this. They are starting to break France just because they have them outnumbered. Of course, this guard cav, this C8 is going to start to... Oh, no, they're not breaking. In fact, all this French cav, I think, is going to get broken as they're sending in some Uhlin. And look at this, more cuirassiers from Russia coming in, and they have crushed 2 cav units, 3 cav units, some dragoons, And yeah, all 3 dragoons. The cuirassiers are still back here, so you know, didn't work out well for them. Also, the chasseurs cheval got charged. Excellent use by the Russian cav. And so far, I like how this coalition is setting up, guys. I always forget to do this. Maybe one of these days I won't. We have our horse artillery, a 3-pounder that was rushed up from Austria, starting to already shoot at these heavy royal cravats. No, it's not cravats. That's a necktie. This heavy French cav is starting to get peppered down a little bit, and they're hopefully going to start falling back. As no, are they going in for a cav charge here? It looks like they are committing. Maybe some cuirassiers are going in. Yeah, but looks like Russia and Austria are planning on maybe capitalizing on this battle by surrounding them, matching them with their heavy cav. And look at this. Austria is sneaking some cav around. You got some skirmishers here, voltigeurs they can go for. Russia's actually in trouble. Their dragoons are getting hit pretty hard by some carabiners. So, that's going to be bad. But, ooh. What happened here?
Our men are running, sir.
They did. They killed a couple of them. But these voltigeurs are going to get away. Over here, the cav fight is still raging. We got some more Russian cav and Austrian cavs trying to circle around behind these cuirassiers. Try to hit the flank of them. I'm over here, nothing really happening. But over here, France is making a solid push along this whole side, hitting them. They're trying to send in some Kazaki Lancers, maybe send in more of their other cav. But France is making a solid push over here. They're pushing forward a lot of chasseurs cheval, backing up their dragoons. And Austria is starting to break. They do have a general here, but he needs to get out of there, or he's going to get circled, or he's going to get encircled and killed. And you don't want to lose your general this close to the battle, but it looks like that's just what's going to happen, unfortunately. As Austria is in trouble now. They have lost this whole flank. Come on, Carl.
Our men are running, sir.
Run. Run like your life depends on it. Look at this. General running away. He's like, nope. And France, victorious, is now rolling back into the center where things are not going as hot for them. Things are going pretty good for them now. Unfortunately, Russia's cav is starting to get encircled, although they are encircling a lot of Murat's corps, I believe. And they're going to probably break a lot of them. They did break... No. Okay, I thought maybe they took out an artillery piece. So the infantry is starting to show up along this whole side.
Our men are running, sir.
Russia, I believe, has gotten this village, possibly. Yeah. So Russia has taken this village. That is very good. They've taken part of it, at least. They're rushing the rest of their units over. The rest are way over here. Look at this. Austria and the Austrian-Russian alliance is forming up over here. Austria and the Russian Guard are going to be forming up over here. Still a lot of cav play, but Murat is going to be sending in his hordes of cuirassier cav. That is going to break all of this center, and Russia may want to get some of their cav out of there so they can just support their infantry. At this point, this cuirassier unit is probably going to get routed. Maybe. If they can get them out of there, that could be huge, but they may just break before they make it out. Yeah, and they are going to break, and France is going to win this one. I mean, they have a whole corps devoted to cav, so this is looking very good for them. But they have not taken the village. They are massing for it, though. Look at this. And they maybe can capitalize on the fact that all there is guard, although Austria is really close. If they can just push up,
our men are running, sir.
They can save this village, and maybe they're falling back. I think they're focusing on the village because they want to take all the LOCs. I think they're waiting to garrison the house just in case. They don't want them to know about it. I mean, yeah, they've rushed to all of these different houses. They have got basically the guard looks like they're sacrificing themselves to take all these LOCs and make it difficult for them to take it. We got some more guard here. He's probably going to get shot by some legion. The poor guard. Please tell me that you guys are getting out of there. Alright, they lost only a couple. So over here, Cav still trying to fight and defeat some Chasseurs Cheval. Not really going to work very well. Over here, Austria is going to be pushing on the flank. I'm sure that France is going to be meeting them. They have Cav, which they probably see that force right there. But like I said, guys, the majority of France seems to be focused on this left side. I am a little surprised that they're not pushing into the village a little bit more. I mean, they're rushing all the way over to here. Oh man, this guard this guard infantry, I hope they get out of there. They need to... Yeah, they've taken this village officially. Officially taken the village. This Cav is still fighting over here as this battle's kind of hit a lull. These tongue twisters. Chasseurs Cheval are still out here fighting. And there's a general right here, Budovidin. I don't. Gosh. I should take a Russian, Austrian, Spanish, French classes just so I can learn how to spell their names. All this for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so France has started to take part of this village, but Austria actually is a really solid position. As you can see, they're forming up on the other side of this wall, which will help them actually. They can shoot over it, and some of the bullets will hit this wall and not be able to hit this infantry. So they are doing what they need to, and if any French infantry try rushing in to take this house, they can volley them or they can bayonet charge them. Either way. So Austria is being very aggressive over here. They are pushing, and it looks like actually France does not have anything over here. They're shifting some troops over here. Maybe they're going to hold at this tree line here. But you don't want to put yourself at a V because then they'll just attack right here. Which looks like they are going to be pushing forward because it looks like France is weaker right now as the rest of the army is arriving. And this is the... Oh, wow. Just getting some easy kills on some Cav. Making sure they don't come back. Who are they shooting at? No, but I feel like this is pretty realistic. You know, usually Cav probably would clash first, and then the infantry showed up. And then the Cav was like, okay, our job's done. We just kind of chill until we're called upon. So this battle's kind of going slower now. I think France just wants to get themselves into strong position first before they advance to the attack. Artillery's actually moving back. Maybe they don't have as much Cav as I thought they did. They're pushing hard on the flank. And I think France has some... Yeah, they have a lot more Cav over here, which Austria's got to be careful because they cannot form square with like any of these units. You can see there's no little square, except for this one. There's a little square icon to the left of the name. So that's concerning. These guys can all form square. They should be the ones going on the flank. But at this point, I think they're going to gun for this one flank of French troops. I mean, this is 7 units of French... This is 7 French regiments who are trying to form up against, you know, an almost equal number. But here comes some more. This would be concerning as France. And they are forming up some more units over here. So they're going to match Austria. Now, I would stop them right here and just start pouring some volleys in. Catch them unawares, because this Cav is not paying attention. And they are actually going to get some good volleys in. Hopefully break a Dragoon unit. Yep. If they can sneak up on them, hopefully their French allies being like, hey, yo, you need to move now. But they may actually break these Dragoons. They did a lot of damage to them, bringing them down to 27. This is the concern, though, guys. You need to pull this unit over here, because these guys are just licking their chops. France is licking their chops right now because they just see a bunch of units. They could break basically all of these units with just one Cav charge. And I think Austria is beginning to realize it. What they need to do is, if these guys charge, hit them with your Cav to hold in place, and then hope your infantry can volley. Over here, the battle is kind of going underway. Artillery getting some excellent kills on this French line. Oh my goodness. knocked a bunch of them down. They're going to get back up. But this is an excellent position. No wonder that France is falling back. Over here, France may be actually giving up the village for a little while. Just doing some artillery shelling the Austrian line. Maybe Austria wants to hide behind these buildings here. And I don't know, this Dragoon is probably going to go for this artillery. And, oh no. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Here we go, though. A lot of cav rolling in. These guys that form square are rushing up here. And yet they're going to try to squash this whole flank. I would form square here. Form square. And here it goes, guys. Oh my goodness. This is bad. This is going to crush so many Austrian units all at once. And at the same time, moving up your infantry, this is going to be a massive loss for Austria. And this is why you mix your squares in with non-squares, guys. Because what's that? 1, 2, probably 3 here in just a second. 4, and then 5. They're going to rout 5 units. We have a General, Karl. He once again is in trouble. What the heck, Karl? Why, Karl? Why are you always running into danger? So at this point, Austria has almost lost half their army from Murat. And you don't want to see that. I mean, if you look at the death and mayhem, they basically got away with some easy wins. And the French cav is just so crazy. It's so crazy, guys. The French cav, it's amazing what they can do. Now, they're doing the right thing here. They're doing a bayonet charge here. Gonna break this square by bayonets, because that's what you want to see. And then once they're engaged, then hit them with some more cav. But here comes the trapdoor of France. Just, bam, gonna close in on Austria. Austria and Russia now gonna fall back to their new defensive position. Over here, maybe Austria needs to move up and help out here. Oh man, this artillery. I hope they're getting some kills. It's a howitzer. So, I would bayonet charge them, you know? Bayonet charge them. Do some damage. This is just bad. I hear someone charging. Oh yeah. So this one unit, unfortunately, is going to get destroyed. I want to see this artillery do some beautiful shots. They are starting to get shot to pieces, and they're going to stand and die at their guns, most likely. You think that you would want to reload faster when you see enemy right in front of you, you know? So now, at least Austria's last units can form squares, so they just got to be very careful. They set up their artillery way back here, their 10-pounder. This is getting too close to call. But the artillery here is trying to fire a howitzer, and that is not going to work very well. You want to do your canister shot if you have it. And Austria needs to advance here. They can swing on this whole flank here. Because, I mean, Russia is trying to hold here. France isn't even really pushing over here. They're just sitting here. And they're holding up almost an entire Austrian army. This is the weak side for Austria, and France is doing an excellent job of pushing on it. Now, if Austria right here does not form up, that could be a problem here. As it actually does look like some Russians maybe are going to go in for a charge. Following up with some Dragoons. See, the Dragoons are going to go in, and the infantry are going to follow it up. So, cav, soften them up, and then the Russian Grenadiers are going to just do an epic charge here, and they form square, which is the worst thing you can do against infantry. Why are they falling back? No, don't fall back. Maybe they were trying to scare them. Oh, they did attack over here. Okay, good. Oh, it's because they saw this. They saw some Crusader, and they are forming square too. Oh my goodness, that is going to be massive damage for this cav unit. As this is not going to do well for this cav. This French cav is going to keep running. And bad. This is bad, bad, bad. They're going to force themselves onto some more Austrian Russian infantry, but this square is going to cause a debuff. And I think they were trying to go for the artillery piece. That did not work out. Artillery now going to keep firing. More French cav moving up. Austria's kind of, I'm surprised. What are they doing here? They are leaving their ally to basically be outnumbered. They should stay here. Oh my goodness, here we go. More cav are rushing in, trying to help out, save the artillery. They have still saved this artillery. I'm really surprised. Artillery still here, although Russia is now starting to pull back. Man, I feel like two of the allies, Austria is kind of leaving their Russian ally out to dry. At least they are moving over here, and Austria is actually being engaged, so they can't really go over to help, although they do have this infantry right here, which I think they're going to form up to help. But now the assault on the village has started. This is going to be huge. This little flank right here, a flanking fire is going to help. I'm surprised that France isn't attacking over here as well. But now Russia, once again, is going to fall back, maybe fall back with their ally. They have a really strong... Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. This I want to see in action. That for sure I want to see in action. Let's see it. Now, I'm not sure why you would do this versus... Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I want to see them in action. You're going to kill them. Oh no, they are going to maybe get caught before they make it to the guns. Maybe save. Oh, that's going to cause them to break, unfortunately. Unless a general inspires. Oh, a general inspiring them, maybe. There's 34 of them left, so they only lost almost half. So that's okay. As you can see on this battlefield, guys, it spans all the way to the city and all the way to the left over here. It looks like Austria is going to meet with their ally here. They have more guns. They still have their artillery. Thankfully, they didn't lose their artillery. That was a wise move by France trying to take them out. They know that they have to if they're going to push this attack. This is an excellent place to defend, though. This is a little hill. I mean, you can almost sit in this little divot and get some shelter. But I think that France has decided they're going to fall back now, as that was... They're going to get blasted by artillery. So they're falling back now. Oh no, they're advancing. They are going to advance. Austria is trying to hold the village with their Russian counterpart. I don't know who's going to win this fight, but I think Austria is starting to retreat a little bit, maybe try to get their guns involved. I like you just see the flash and then you see the damage over here. But, yeah, at least the Allies are reforming their lines. And one French player is advancing, one French player is falling back. Kind of curious about that. Why they're not advancing together. This may be where they want to push instead and circle around. Maybe that's what they're doing. You know. Either way, I'm really surprised nothing has happened over here. France has a lot of troops just sitting here. Austria, these guys are fresh. They're idle. They've just been sitting here. They're eager to fight, but... they're just fresh. These Austrians still fighting for the town, guarding the flank. And Austria over here gonna hold. And it actually looks like, yeah, France is going to shift their army this direction so that they don't have to worry about fighting on a massive front. But that's going to give the coalition...
We have killed their general, sir.
Oh, what?
Now they must break.
Artillery, a lucky artillery piece. Killing who? Murat. Oh, well, his cav is basically gone anyway. You know, he has a couple cav left, but... now, this is going to be trouble for France, possibly, as they are going to be outnumbered a little bit here. Russia sending over some troops, start flanking these guys. The artillery blasting away at the side. Yeah, this artillery is super close, guys. And more infantry. So this artillery is 6 guns is a lot, and that probably is going to start breaking. I mean, plus this artillery piece over here. The French have a disadvantage now. They have a massive disadvantage. They're hitting the ground. They need to aim more over here, possibly. There's less of a slope. Oh, now they're going for some cav. And the cav happen to fall back. Look at this. I like how there's the guns. This is where the Austrians were, guys. They obviously are losing, even just a little bit. They are losing because they are just being pushed back. They are falling back. They're not advancing. They're falling. Over here, only one side of this line is engaging. Probably engaging the house, to be honest. Possibly not. Oh, they're hitting these guys. Austria is firing back at least. Ooh, we got some howitzers going for some juicy hits on these clump of French units. And Austria may actually have a chance if they circle here. They could probably push on the little, reserve force right here. If they had a cav, they could circle around here too. Sneak. That's what I would do. Sneak through here. Get all this artillery. That's probably not being guarded. Yeah, I suspect we have another cav charge going for some guns. They're running already, so they're going to be kind of tired. But I suspect the Hussars are desperate to please their emperor. Oh man, they're shooting their friends. But they're going to get met. We're going to follow them in, though. Glorious charge. Oh no. Oh no. That got stopped so fast. Literally, I feel like it stopped right here. Oh my gosh. Those, oh my goodness, what is it? 8th E Hussars? Remember them. Because they were told to do the impossible, and, well, it wasn't possible. That much is obvious. So the artillery work here, the guns are going to be what's going to save this alliance, or this coalition. I think it's an alliance if it's French. This artillery piece, these artillery pieces over here, I think is going to be what's going to kind of make or break this alliance, because their infantry cannot compete with the French infantry. That much is obvious. They can't. They got to sit back and let their infantry kind of just take the brunt of the French assault, and then just shoot the French infantry with your artillery. 2 pieces. And these Russian, Austrian guns, I think, are doing some mighty work. As France just, I think they can't decide what they're doing. They've been a little indecisive, and that's what's costing them so far. They need to do one thing or another. They're standing here getting blasted by artillery. And that's not helping them. It's still nothing on this side. In fact, look at this. I think Russia is starting to send up their guard. They're like, you know what, let's take them. You can sneak around here, get a volley off on the flank of this line infantry. And maybe that's what they're going to do. I would have Austria move up with another line infantry. I would slowly engage in the village. I mean, because this line battle, I mean, what? This French army is just marched back and forth so many times. They need to commit or fall back, and maybe they're trying to tell their ally they need to fall back. Either way, I think now France has decided that it is not worth it. They were winning at first, but now without the cav support, they are not. Ooh, we got some cav over here getting focused by some howitzers, some cuirassiers. Only took out one, I think, but still, that's a good target to go for. And a general. Be really careful right now if I was the French. Your general, your General Soult, he has a lot of infantry under his command. Like I said, guys, over here, kind of taking on 2 line infantry. That may be a little much. Okay, they fell back. That's why. So the guard is going to engage. It's 2v1. I don't know who's going to lose. I think these guys are losing. I would not engage right here. You're being outnumbered. But at this point, you've taken most of the LOCs. You know, you can hold. Looks like actually Murat's Cav may be trying to sneak around here. But at this point, guys, the coalition can afford to sit back. They have the buildings. They have both villages. The French are not in a good position. They have this open field in between, but the coalition still has a very solid line going all the way from one village to the other. And I think they're hoping that the French will attack them. Or, sorry, the French are hoping that the coalition will advance attack them because of their artillery, but the coalition doesn't have to. They can afford to sit back, maybe reinforce the town a little bit, though. Shift some forces over here. Make sure the French can't push in this town, because that's what I do for the French. I would keep a strong face with your artillery, but shift forces over here and start taking out these houses one by one. It'll be bloody, it'll be tough, but it is what needs to happen. Sorry, just finishing the rest of my coffee. I don't think anyone's moving except for the French going the opposite direction, although they have some units that are going to keep getting shelled. The artillery advantage is in favor of the coalition right now. This artillery is a little too far back. Maybe they're still firing? Are they still firing? Now it's just the roar of artillery fire. And actually, the effects, I can turn up a little bit, guys. And for the most part, I think the coalition has almost all their artillery. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for these French. They are just standing here taking it. Holy cow. Play smart. Don't play any other way. Gotta play smart. And so the patience of these factions is going to be tested. I think actually maybe the Russians are going to move out. Just because, you know, they're probably like, why not? You know? Look at this awesome field, though. This kind of looks where I live. I live in New Mexico, and this kind of reminds me of it. I mean, granted, these would be weeds and not, you know, grass. But the greenery mixed with, like, ungreen stuff. Oh, what? Did they kill their own troops? Friendly fire? Well, that is unfortunate. Yeah, it's just going to be an artillery battle at this point. When the infantry have stopped speaking, the guns speak. Ooh. Oh, maybe they're getting shot by our French artillery. That could be possible. Would not surprise me. Yeah, no one's fighting right now. Oh, you can hear the artillery whistling overhead, see the explosions over here. I don't know what they're firing for. But excellent. Excellent job. I may have to skip ahead, guys, because I don't know if this battle is just going to sit for the next 40 minutes. I think France is actually moving over here, so maybe we'll see a village fight now on the other side of the map, which would be really awesome. We have some cav hovering around, and our artillery piece that got routed. And the Cav's trying to protect it, hope that it may come back. Because that's one gun still. But these Ulanen are like, come on, just let us do it. You know you don't want that anymore. But a status update on the battle. France is pushing, if I'm not mistaken. You can hear a lot of infantry marching, and the Guard are about to be hit by a lot of French. They've been sitting this whole battle, and they will finally get to do their part. Do their share in this battle. That's a small unit. 40 men left. Oh, the artillery over here, gonna be okay, they're not gonna shoot. Artillery going for another general, Lanz. And I think France has decided they're going to commit to the village in order to win in the time limit. They have to. I mean, marching across this field is just sheer death. And these guys should fall back a little bit, you know, hide. So as you can see, guys, France is mobilizing the village. They're getting smart, trying a different state of tactics. So they probably were trying to go for a mass rout. But Napoleon has given new orders. Now they're going to attack the right side. This battle, I love it. There's been a lull in the fighting. There hasn't been a lull. I love how this battle has just, you know, been interesting. It is up to the Guard now to win this. They're taking on impossible odds. I mean, hopefully Austria is going to shift over some troops. Hopefully everyone's going to shift over their front, because this is bad. You can't just let this happen. This Cav is finally like, please let me take out this artillery. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to take out the artillery. And I think they're going to mobilize reinforcements, hopefully, like I said. France has some fresh units who have definitely not had any fighting, really, to speak of. And the street fighting will begin. I see how they're using the house to basically make it difficult so these guys can't fire very easily. But now they're starting to pour in volleys, going for the choke points in this line. Well, I've moved this general out of the way, though. Heinrich needs to move. They're going to take this LOC and hold it. And make it more difficult for the French. If they just had some cav over here to support the Russian defense, that would be perfect for this. They have a strong position next to this wall, but France is starting to mass troops. They have their line over here. As you can see, being very wise, sending some cav, 10 cav units. Or not 10 cav, a unit of 10 cav is kind of scouting. Just seeing what they got, and once they know what they got, they can start shifting over reinforcements. And this is kind of what I like to see. I wish you could garrison every house. I think only some houses should count as points. But being able to fight for, you know, a village, think about it. You would have every house units in it shooting at you as you're marching up and have to rush into every house one at a time. Now, for a game that may be kind of difficult, but, you know what I mean, for the realism. This Guard here is winning, and they are going to hold. They are really good for defending a house. Are they even able to shoot? Here we go. Several. Oh my goodness. How are they fitting in here? France has decided they must assault now. They have half of their time left. And here it goes. Here is a beautiful volley. Please tell me they're going to fire. Why aren't they firing? Fire. Oh, they're getting bayonet charged. Unfortunately, they could not fire. And instead, this wall is going to hold them back a little bit. They're going to send in some grenadiers to brace as their line is now under assault here by multiple French line infantry. As well as over here, we got some cav rushing in as well. This is heating up all of a sudden out of nowhere. We got some infantry who are going to be supporting this line, shooting point blank. They're not taking this house yet. And the assault has totally shifted as you look on the mini-map. Assault totally over here now. Just totally shifted on either side of the battlefield. This is smart. They can't actually shoot over this wall, I think. But here they go again for more units. Artillery bursting overhead. And they're going to try the best. I don't get how it works on this way with the wall. But yeah, the other way it doesn't. But that's just a glitch, probably. Oh, they broke some units here. And point blank. Oh my goodness, this is going to cause units to start just running. As they are fresh units of Austria. Haven't fired a shot, some of them. And they're just going to blast these tired units of France. They've taken the wall, but I don't think it's going to matter much. And France is not advancing over here. They're just kind of watching to make sure that the guard doesn't attack them. But this attack is going poorly for them now. Their units are so spent. Okay, good. So now we have Austria and Russia advancing to the attack. They have Cav back here scouting. This is going to be easy for us to focus down. Their artillery is just blasting it into oblivion. I think the coalition definitely can win this. It's going to matter if France can take this village and not lose a ton of men doing it. That's what matters, and right now I'm seeing massive breakage. This whole assault right here failed terribly. It failed. There's no other words for that. Their artillery advantage for the coalition is becoming very, very prevalent. Very apparent. And now they're just going to start pouring. Is this the General Lanz, the brave one? Yeah. He's very brave. He's just standing there. Look at this. He's like right here, like, yeah, you know what? The most epic showdown. A general versus an army. Yeah, actually, he's like, yeah, let's get out of here. Oh man, that probably wasn't even the general, but you know, it's still funny. So now France looks like they're actually starting to retreat in disarray here. I think they've realized they've overextended themselves. They are going to be flanked over here, and Austria and Russia are probably going to start advancing on them. Now, France does have artillery here, which is going to start paying back for all of the death and carnage that they suffered at the coalition's hands. All right, do your defense. Fire some volleys. Oh, this is going to be glorious. This is going to be an epic volley. Deadly volley. Oh my goodness. It's going to break up before these guys even get a fire. But here we go, guys. Look at this. Look at this. And France is going to start falling back. This is where, realistically, in a battle, you would do a tactical retreat. You know when you've been beaten. And, man, this battle is lasting a long time. I don't think most battles last this long, just because of that massive lull in the fighting. But artillery now starting to do some of their own work. They need to get some cav over here to hit this artillery piece. Looking at you, hussars. And this is the problem, and this is what I think the Russian player is doing. They are making the infantry face them by going like this, so that they will fire directly down the line. So watch. You always want to hit infantry from the side with artillery. It just will go down like bowling pins. France is going to break very fast, and they're not even going up against that many units, but they're just... It's just going to hurt them so much. These guys can't fire. They keep getting knocked over. And here come more Russians. It looks like actually France is maybe just doing a defensive stance at this point. They've lost the village. I mean, they suffered massive casualties here. Lost a lot of units trying to take that stone wall. They have some calves, some dragoons left. Maybe they're going to try turning it around with their cav. This artillery is going to start doing some real work on, oh my goodness, these Russians. These poor Russian infantry. Now they know what the French feel like. This is such a large field to have to march over and get shelled the whole time. I would not want that. No, thank you. So now France is starting to break in the center, and they are getting outflanked, so they're going to start falling back as they are now outnumbered. France is massively outnumbered. Their artillery trying to do what they can to slow down this advance. I would push out with Austria over here. You know, just swing in right here. They can't do enough. Oh, doing a bayonet charge, probably going to break some more infantry. And yep, Russians doing what they do best, rushing in. But look at this. Where did all this cav come from? Oh, I would not be happy if I was Austria and I saw this. I mean, you have some hussars, and I think these are kind of like hussars. Yeah, some Russian hussars and Austrian hussars. Can these guys form square? Yes, they can. All right, so at least you have something that can go against this cavalry. Russia needs to be very careful. They're not going to... Oh, here we go. Another bayonet charge. But Russia needs to not go in all by themselves, or it's this going to be a problem. France sending in some more infantry of their own to kind of countercharge. And Russia is going to try to get out of there before they get charged in the back. Here we go. Some cav now rushing in, trying to... Ooh. Oh, some friendly fire here. And Russia is just going for this corner here. They are just pushing in for this corner. Austria and Russia over here are pushing in, starting to do bayonet charges in the streets. They know they've got this in the bag. And here we go, guys. This is it for France, I suspect. Their two lines are not going to hold up very well. As they're going to hold the reserve line, but France is closing in really fast here. That was wise of them to kind of fall back, but these guys are getting hit by friendly fire. So they're trying to extend their line here, but look at the trickle. Like, they're just a trickle of French just routing at this point. And over in this village now, Austria is going to be charging. They have some grenadiers here. No, these aren't grenadiers. They have some just line infantry going toe-to-toe with France, trying to drive them back out of the town. Be like, yeah, no, you never took it. You're never going to take it. It's ours. As you can see, it's becoming a very obvious win for the coalition, I would say. They need an act of God in order to win. As their artillery is gone now, they have one artillery piece left. They're just trying to form up. They have some of the like craziest formations while they're trying to face all these different fronts. Austria is just kind of pushing them around, and France can't do anything against guys that form square. How the turntables have turned, you know? This guard probably can march out again. I mean, I don't know why they're sitting back. They could definitely march out. Maybe they're just watching these buildings in case France tries to, you know, sneak around some more troops. But at this point, they have the LOC victory, and they may be routing France. And France, if they know that, they should just stand and fight. You know? I hope they do. France is still holding pretty strong here. They can focus, if Russia just focuses and Austria focus on just this one side, this is the weak point. They have guys who are going to get shot in the flank on both sides. It's a thin
We have killed their
Blue
general,
line.
sir. Now they must break.
Another general has perished. I believe that would be Lons the Brave. He was brave to the end. Brave to the end. Oh, we got a general over here. Look at this. Holding the village. And
Our men are running.
France is starting to get encircled. They're starting to break right here. They're very concerned, very winded. I will shift my artillery this direction because you have infantry right here. Oh my goodness. The artillery still is firing right here. And that is the angle you want. Oh, it's a glorious bayonet charge at this point. Oof. And it's gonna break, unfortunately. But at this point, you know, you have to commit to something. Using the road to quickly hit some dragoons. Ooh, that officer got an excellent kill. Now it's like, whatever, he's dying at my feet. I don't care. Do I look concerned? No, I don't. Got some cav fighting a square here. They're going to probably break. Well played, though. I mean, the French, especially at the beginning, the French did some excellent maneuvering. I loved their cav maneuver, especially that pincer move. Oh, my goodness. They crushed 6 units of Austrian infantry just like that. Got another bayonet charge going for guys who their backs were turned, and now they're going to go into a huddle, talk about how much they hate this, and then run. And, man, this artillery just the whole time, artillery capitalizing this battle, showing why artillery is king. What is it? There's a quote. Artillery, the last argument of kings, or something like that. Yeah, let's just fast forward to this point because they're just gonna sit here and fire back and forth for a little bit, and got some units doing a bayonet charge against these grenadiers. That's ballsy. But they probably will break them, just because there's no one left, and they're the last one left. Unfortunately, those grenadiers did not get used very well. I mean, they're really full. But this one was sent in by Kylie. Thank you, Kylie. Very awesome battle. As you can see, whoever was Sult's brought 2,200 men, almost as much as, just as much, basically, as the Russian Austrian player, and almost as much as the other player. So, oh man, I love these battles, guys. I really enjoy these videos. I love making them. I love watching them. I hope you guys enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them, because I plan on continuing doing it for the, well, rest of my life until something happens. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be making another video. Well, the next thing I make will be the stream on Saturday next week. Yes, I'll be doing something that day. And maybe a little bit later in the day, just because I'm working Christmas Day, so I have to, you know, spend time with my family the next day. But I hope to see you guys there, and see you guys in future videos. I love replying to your comments. I love to see the interactions. Seeing you guys enjoying these videos really means a lot. So, you guys stay safe. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in another video.